Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next show ahead of the region continues to thaw out less than expected snowstorm.
Yeah, I guess some students didn't get the memo on Tuesday because over 500 students were absent from school once again. Thanks for watching. I'm Ashley, and with us today are Avery and Rachel and Ian with some national news from around the country, as well as an entertainment update about a new film from the Ghostbusters franchise.
I'm Avery. January 14th, and although the year is young, we've already broken some past snowfall totals for our region, making it one of the worst weather years in quite some time. Today we have a lot to get to today, as well as what powerful people will have their cell phones taken away.
Don't forget that you can check out our online content by seeing us on YouTube, Twitter, or on our website. Visit one or all of our sites for exciting new videos and photos from Falcon TV. All right, let's go back over to Ian, who's got the scoop on what's happening across the country.
Sacramento, as part of his proposed deep cuts to the budget, Governor Jerry Brown is ordering state agencies and department heads to collect 48,000 government-paid cell phones. The phones must be turned in by June 1st, 2011. California pays for 96,000 cell phones for state workers, and Governor Brown estimates the state will save at least $20 million a year by cutting the number of cell phones in half. And in Johannesburg, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt are donating $2 million to the Nambian Sanctuary where they spent Christmas with their kids. The donation to the Nankoose Lodge and Wildlife Sanctuary statement released late Sunday, Angelina said, "We want her to be very involved and grow up with the understanding of her country of birth." And finally, in New York, it's been discovered that 1 in 5 Americans has either had an experience with bedbugs themselves or knows someone who has, and a majority says that the tiny bloodsuckers really make them worry. 78% surveyed said they were most concerned about infested hotels, while others said they were scared of picking them at work, the doctors, or the movie theater, or in public transportation. Bedbugs, which are about the size of a grain of rice and flat-shaped, like to nestle in furniture and bedding, and are infamously hard to get rid of. Exterminators have begun using powerful chemicals to rid apartments of bugs, a process that causes tenants to temporarily move out. Now that's some news that will make your skin crawl or itch. Well, that's all from your news around the country. I'll see you later in the show for an entertainment update. But right now, let's take a look at some Oakcrest news.
Oakcrest Media is selling these wristbands. We bleed blue and gray. Oakcrest Falcons.
Only $2.
Yeah, $2. Stop by to the media studio, grab one.
There's a social studies club meeting on Thursday, January 20th after school till 3:30 in room 231. Any member who cannot attend, please see Mr. Dunn in 231 or Ms. Foreman in 115 in advance. Anyone interested in joining is welcome to attend.
As they say, the show must go on, and it definitely will. Even though students were sent home on Tuesday because of a predicted snowstorm, students here on Wednesday practicing for a big cabaret night show tomorrow night. Make sure you're here on tomorrow at 7 p.m. for the annual cabaret night show. It's Oakcrest's annual showcase of musical talent and will feature over 20 acts here in the auditorium. So make sure you get a ticket at the door or ahead of time.
As you all know, Mr. Oakcrest is coming up. This is just an announcement to any senior girls who would like to sing at Mr. Oakcrest on stage at the end of the show. If you are interested, you can sign up in room 229.
ASL Club, or American Sign Language Club, is a new club meeting here at Oakcrest to recognize the hearing impaired and the sign language community. They will be meeting on Tuesdays and Thursdays in room 406 on this Tuesday, the 11th, and on Thursday, the 20th. See Ms. Kaur for more information.
For more new clubs here at Oakcrest, Asian Awareness Organization will also be holding a meeting January 20th during the activity period in the library. The club is meeting to embrace Asian culture and experience delicious Asian food and to try different activities.
Sounds like a fun time. Now let's go over to Rachel to find out what's happening in the world of the weird and wacky.
To Texas, where people out at Kenyon High School are seeing red. That's because the Kenyon Cougars have decided to take a page from some college football teams and install colored field turf. Boise State has had the infamous blue-colored Smurf turf for years, and the newly crowned FCS champions at Eastern Washington installed a red-colored turf known as Inferno. In Newport Richey, 18-year-old Jesse Ray Stewart got the wrong message with crime dog McGruff's Take a Bite Out of Crime campaign while a Pasco County Sheriff's Office deputy was taking Stewart to the Land O'Lakes jail on Sunday after he was arrested on a burglary charge. Stewart took a bite, actually several, out of the patrol car seat. Bite by bite, he tore through the final seats of a 2006 Chevrolet Impala Cruiser, exposing its fluffy filling. When he was done with the not-so-tasty treat, he had done about $300 in damage. Stewart had been hitting his head on the window between the seats, and the deputy had to pull over near Moon Lake and call for backup to better secure him. That's my weird and wacky news update for today, and that's weird and wacky. Join me tomorrow for more. Now, before we head back over to the other anchors for more news, let's take a look at our video clip of the day.
He's sold more than 20 million albums worldwide. And now, Oscar and Grammy nominee Josh Groban releases his most anticipated album yet.
Oh, hello there. I'm Oscar and Grammy nominated singer Josh Groban. If you love Kanye West tweets as much as I do, you are going to love my new album.
Josh Groban's The Best Tweets of Kanye West.
You know where to find marble conference tables.
At most, his tweets are 140 characters, but the depth of his passion is immeasurable.
Fur pillows are hard to actually sleep on. Whatever happened to my antique fish tank?
You'll get all of your favorites.
Classical music is tight. I make awesome decisions in bike stores. French fries are the devil.
The Best Tweets of Kanye West includes 752 original songs and 48 CDs.
I love me.
In stores now.
What's happening in the world of entertainment. Today we'll look at one movie that has the whole internet buzzing, and it hasn't even started filming yet. In the movies, or not yet for that matter, director Ivan Reitman is waiting on Bill Murray's approval to begin work on the new Ghostbusters sequel, because he has to win over the Hollywood actor before he can even think about filming. The filmmaker is ready to step behind the camera once more to shoot the third installment of the spooky story, 21 years after directing the last film in the franchise in 1989. All four of the original 1984 Ghostbusters, Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis and Ernie Hudson, have signed on to come back, but Reitman has urged fans not to believe everything they hear because a lot of the other casting details are pure speculation, and says right now that on the internet, there is almost nothing that is accurate. The director reveals that pleasing Murray with Dan Aykroyd's finished script is on the top of his to-do list. That was your entertainment update for today. All right, let's go back over to the other anchors for the rest of today's news.
Thanks for the update, Ian. Well, that's it for today's show. Don't forget, if you missed anything on today's or past episodes, visit us on YouTube and email us at talentproductions@yahoo.com. I'm Ashley, and for Avery, Ian, and Rachel, and everyone here on the Falcon TV News team, thanks for watching our show today. Before we go, today we'll leave you with a look at what will be off from school on Monday, and that's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The great civil rights leader created a change in the country and is credited with giving the liberty of civil rights to every American.
Have a great weekend and join us back here on Tuesday to get all the day's top stories from Oakcrest and around the world on the News at 9 on Falcon TV. Have a great day.
My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. Let freedom ring, and if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. When we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last,